Hi everyone, it's me, Dennis Doucette. I will be reviewing the comics that I purchased on Wednesday, March 28th, 2012. Up first we have Independence. First review, we have Alpha Girl issue 2 from Image Comics. This issue starts with some backstory with Alpha Girl. Before the zombie apocalypse, Alpha Girl was trying to save up enough money to get her brother out of juvie. Now how does she make money? Oh, just by doing everyday normal stuff like selling your saliva and used tampons to creepy dudes. What I really like about this issue is we actually find out that the zombie outbreak that's going on only affects women, it seems. But for some reason, not Alpha Girl. Reminds me of Y: The Last Man, but reversed. I'm really liking the art on this book. It's very cartoony, the colors are bright, there's zombies, and lots of boobs. I am totally digging this book. I recommend it 100%. Buy. Just buy it. Up next, Walking Dead, issue 95 from Image Comics. Ugh. This is the storyline A Larger World, Part 3. This book is written by Robert Kirkman with artwork by Charlie Adlard. So in this issue, Rick finally decides to trust Jesus, and Jesus takes Rick and some of the members of the group to his colony. Jesus starts showing them the community, and then Rick meets Gregory. He's the boss. And eventually, crazy shit goes down. Fucking buy this. Next, The New Dead Guardians, issue 1. From Vertigo, written by Dan Abnett and drawn by I.N.J. Colbard. This is the only new #1 issue that I got this week, and I really dug it. First, we get introduced to the main character, George Settle. He's the chief inspector for the murder squad. Oh, also he's a vampire. This story takes place in 1910 in London, England. In the world of the New Dead Guardians, the rich people live in Zone A, while middle class live in Zone B with the zombies. Oh, did I mention? There's zombies in this book. So this book is like super fun. I really like the art of this book. What I like about it a lot is it has a unique style, and I didn't find myself getting confused at all by the artwork. By the end of the issue, we find out that there's a mystery to be solved, and I'm really intrigued by this story, and I can't wait for issue 2. So definitely pick this up. It's a buy. Up next, from IDW, we have issue 8 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Written by Kevin Eastman with art by Dan Duncan. Who can draw some awesome turtles? This issue picks up from the last, and the turtles are still fighting the Mousers. While the Ninja Turtles are busy fighting off the Mousers, Cobb, the mutant cat, is also busy kidnapping Splinter and escaping. Donnie comes up with a really great plan to defeat the Mousers, and they succeed. But the Ninja Turtles don't have a lot of time to celebrate because they find out that Splinter is gone. Meanwhile, we get a lot of good Casey and April story in this issue, and we get to see their chemistry working together, and I'm really liking that about this book too. Love, love, love the art. There's a section in this issue which I really like where every panel is a different turtle, and we're seeing close-ups and full body shots of each turtle fighting off the Mousers, and it's just beautifully done, and it was just so good. This comic is really just stunning work. The colors are bright, and the turtles are green. Buy. Alright, we're coming up to the very last independent for the week, and it is issue 5 of Spaceman from Vertigo. Written by Brian Azzarello with artwork by Rizzo. So our main character, Orson, also known as Spaceman, has Tara, who was kidnapped, and now he's rescued her, but he doesn't want to bring her back to her family because he believes that she can get kidnapped quite easily again. So he's trying to keep her safe. There's a bunch of people following Spaceman, including a film crew and this woman named Lily and a gang. So Orson and Tara are on the run. We see a lot of backstory with Orson and the other spacemen in space, and really this was probably my favorite issue out of the series so far. For me, the series has really just started picking up and a lot has been revealed. I'm really loving the artwork in this book. It somehow tends to come off as clean and also gritty at the same time. So definitely give this a buy. Buy this book, it's super good. Alright, and now we're on to Marvel. First up, Avengers vs. X-Men issue 0. Written by Brian Michael Bendis and Jason Aaron with artwork by Frank Cho. So pretty much this issue is a prelude to the main Avengers vs. X-Men story. We get 2 different stories in this issue. We get one story with Scarlet Witch and another with Hope. In the Scarlet Witch story, we see Wanda trying to get back into the superhero wing gig. And in the Hope story, we're seeing a lot of Hope being a rebel and a badass. All in all, this story was a meh, but the artwork was phenomenal. Frank Cho can definitely draw some beautiful women. If you're a completist, definitely pick this up. If not, I think you can probably do without this and just start reading the series at issue 1. But I'm definitely ready for some Avengers vs. X-Men action. And now the last Marvel book I will be reviewing is Uncanny X-Force issue 23. Right here. Written by Rick Remender with artwork by Greg Toshini. So, the Uncanny X-Force are still in Otherworld fighting a goat god. Lots of fighting in this issue, Fantomex loses his face, he gets it back, and also this is the last issue of this arc. In this issue we find out who the Goat God really is, and overall this story is wrapped up very well. Now on to artwork. I like Greg Toshini. He draws really great characters, but when it comes to him drawing a lot of objects into a panel, it gets a little bit clustered and I get very confused. But Greg's artwork in this issue was a complete step up from the previous issues. He did a lot better job in this issue. Great comic, great end of the story, definitely buy this. Now DC. Up first, Aquaman issue 7, or as I like to call it, my pick of the week. Best issue of Aquaman yet. Written by Geoff Johns, artwork by Ivan Reis, Rod Reis on coloring, and Joe Pardo on inks. Wow, what an issue. So in the beginning of this issue, we're in Brazil, in the jungle, and there's a woman named Seer running away from an unknown threat. Seer is a member of the Others, which is the team that Aquaman was on prior to the Justice League. We find out who this unknown threat is, and it is one of Aquaman's most badass rogues, Black Manta. And he's badass. Like Boba Fett, only way more badass. So we see Black Manta and the Seer get into a bit of a tussle and a lot goes on. I'm not going to give away too much, but we do get to see Black Manta's face, and we do find out that he's got 3 scars going across his face, and it looks like a trident would do the trick. Now onto what Aquaman's doing in this book. Him and Mera are both out in the ocean and they're pulling in ships during a very bad storm into shore. Aquaman and Mera are both on their way to find Dr. Shin, and they're trying to find out if Atlantis was actually sunk. Towards the end of this issue, we get to meet another member of the Others, and it is Yor, who is pretty awesome. She's pretty badass. She has a cool panther who she can command. It seems like in the next issue, we're going to meet the remaining Others. So I'm really excited for that. Ivan Reis is on his A game here. Such great dynamic shots. I would actually say some of the artwork in this issue is some of the best Aquaman artwork ever. Even if I wasn't such a big Aquaman fan, I would still be loving this book. It's just that good. Buy, or I will cry 100 nights. Up next is The Flash, issue 7, written and drawn by Francis Manapul. In this issue, Flash is still fighting Captain Cold, but not for long when Flash realizes that his girlfriend, Patty Spivot, is in dire need of rescue. So Flash does what he does best. He runs and he rescues her, but at a price. The Flash pushed the Speed Force past its limits and opens up a wormhole, sucking up a few people including Iris West. The Flash then, of course, comes up with a plan to open up the wormhole again and go in and rescue the victims. And wow, does this artwork just rock. Francis Manapul just has such a classic, clean-lined art style. In this issue, we get to see Gorilla Grodd, and Flash meets another rogue inside the Speed Force. Buy. Just buy it! Next, Green Lantern New Guardians, issue 7. Written by Tony Bedard with artwork by Tyler Kirkham. So in this issue, Kyle and his Rainbow Rangers are trying to find a way to talk Invictus out of killing them and the entire world. We also learned that Laura Freeze is a complete dick, but we can't help but love him. Really great character developments in this issue. This team is really becoming a good team. We also get to see Red Lantern Bleez being able to talk coherently and have a mind of her own. Really great issue. I'm constantly enjoying this series. Bye. Okay, up next we have Teen Titans issue 7, written by Scott Lobdell with artwork by Brett Booth. So in this issue, the Teen Titans are on a mission to save Superboy from nowhere. Kid Flash looks pretty awesome in his new costume, and I still, if not even more, hate Skidder even more. We get a great couple of fight scenes in this issue. We get a fight scene between Kid Flash, Bunker, Skidder, and this unknown scientist guy. And also we get a fight scene between Wonder Girl and this dude who has a bunch of snakes coming out of him. By the end of the issue, it seems like Superboy is finally a part of the Teen Titans. And we also discover who created Nowhere. Buy. I hate Skidder, but I like all the other characters. Buy this. Okay, last book I will be reviewing is issue 7 of Justice League Dark, written by Peter Milligan with artwork by Daniel Sampere. So in this issue, the Justice League Dark team go on their very first kind of official mission as a team to kill some vampires. What's a better first mission than killing some vampires? I really like John Constantine in this issue. He comes off very British, and I like that. We also get a little bit of a cameo with Batgirl and Batman in this issue, which is really cool. We also find out that John Constantine and Deadman have to travel to Hell to rescue Andrew Bennett from the I, Vampire book. This is part 1 of Rise of the Vampires, and part 2 was an iVampire, but I didn't get that because I don't play your games, DC. The artwork in this book is split right down the middle. The very first half of this book was drawn by Admira Wijaya, and the second half was drawn by Daniel Sampere. I definitely liked the first part of this book by Wijaya. It was really good. I like that a lot. I think he's been doing the book usually. I'm not 100% sure, but I definitely wasn't a big fan of the second part of the book. While I was reading this book, I definitely noticed the change in art, but all in all, a very good issue. Buy this if you're already getting the series. If not, I say wait to issue 9 when Jeff Lemire jumps on board, because he's Jeff Lemire. Alright, that was my comic book review for this week. Please subscribe and comment. Bye guys, have a great day.